Finally, I have hit the milestone of 1000 subscribers. August was an incredibly unpredictable month in my YouTube journey. Every day I felt like I wasn't doing enough or needed to improve. And trust me, I'm not exaggerating. The numbers were looking fine, but I didn't realize just when the small efforts started coming together, creating a snowball effect. While we will dive into a bit of our pep talk on how I managed to get here, I also want to share 6 brutally honest aspects of my personality so you can know me better. Number 1. I am a bit of a nerd when it comes to learning, but learning for it feels cool to me. For example, when I'm bored, I will put a Spanish video on YouTube and try to figure out what they are saying. I will genuinely sit there listening and laughing at my own helplessness because even though I don't understand a single word, it really cheers up my mood. If you have watched my videos, you might have noticed that I speak fast but struggle with my accent. I am fully aware that I can't quite nail the proper accent and often sound terrible when I try doing it. But that's part of my learning journey. It's also why I decided to make this channel in English instead of Urdu or Hindi. Funny enough, my Urdu is even worse than my English. So bad that I once scored 5 marks out of 45 in Urdu in college. To make the matter even worse, the college mailed the test to my address and my father happened to receive it. You can probably imagine the rest. Number 2. I am extremely picky when it comes to friendship and interacting with people. I have 2 friends in real life and I see them weeks apart, and still, one of them truly knows me. Even though I have made a new friend at workplace, but inside of me, I am still figuring out that should I just trust him with my normal self? These days, people either do good things or bad things to each other. But when I mind my own business, somehow that seems to annoy people. If you win me as a friend, you will have my unconditional support. But if you mess up with me, I don't waste time to hate you. You are just dead to me. And if being dead is too good for you to be, then take it as you never existed at the first place. Some people took this part of my personality as a joke, until they realized when it happened. You can win me once, but after that you will just be convincing me. I will listen and nod to you and then go ahead with what I had planned from the start. To summarize all this, take it as, just like that, I don't happen twice. Number 3. This quality is brutal. Even to myself, I overthink a lot. Honestly, 90% of my thoughts are unnecessary scenarios that will never happen. And yes, I'm the type of person who talks to himself all the time, especially in the shower. I have tried to break this habit, but I couldn't, so I stopped trying. Take this whole YouTube journey for example. If you told me, Asphalt 1327, you suck, you should quit YouTube, trust me, you are weak. I have this inner voice telling me every single day to give up. It says it's not going to work, or even if it does, it will be small. So just be a normal gamer and quit doing YouTube. Dealing with this inner voice had never been easy, especially when a video drastically underperforms. But every time that happens, I say to myself, let's just make another video. In those moments, I often tell myself that this will be my last video before quitting. But as you can see, that last video never happens. Either I come up with a new idea, the game drops a new event or topic to talk about, or one of you send me a request to make another video. Number 4. I look arrogant. I can't believe that I'm doing this, but here, take a look at the pictures and see for yourself. Well, the pictures may look fine, but the main comment that I get a lot is that I'm arrogant, and the conclusion that I drew with it is that I don't look approachable. Because in any given scenario, I lack smile on my face. I don't force myself to smile like any influencer prefers to advise like smile more, you will look attractive or anything. Nope, I'm not that guy. All of this got topped off when I received a comment from my friend on an event. I took a selfie with him and he told me that one of his contacts has commented that I look like a gangster or someone he should never hang out. I said, okay, well, this is the most ridiculous comment I have ever received. Let her keep guessing about me. I don't seek her approval for who I am. Be the way that it is, if you want to have more glimpse of me, then my personal Insta is in the description. Feel free to leave the profile without following because 1. I post months apart and 2. I don't seek followers. Number 5. I am actually pretty stubborn. Really stubborn to be honest. So much so that even when someone suggests me something, I will do exactly what I had in mind, even if it is opposite to what was said to me. Now being stubborn doesn't always work in my favor, but it saved me from making some pretty stupid decisions. For example, when my channel was at 400 subscribers and 2000 watch hours, I got some of the worst advice ever. Advice that could have ruined my organic reach. One suggestion was to release videos at 12 AM. But if you look at my demographics, my audience isn't on YouTube at that time. So what would happen? The videos would perform poorly and YouTube would stop giving them impression. In other words, the video would flop. But hey, you wouldn't care, you are already a YouTube genius, right? I said okay, I will give it a try. But then I stuck to doing what I was already doing. Number 6. I am an introvert. So much so that I even avoid my own family gathering. Silence recharges me while crowd drains me. Even before starting YouTube, I was the guy who spent days in my own personal space. The worst part is that YouTube has made me even more introverted. It might seem like I'm purposefully avoiding interaction with people just to focus on making videos. It may not seem fine to everyone if I'm being honest. Anyway, I will try to balance my life and YouTube at a healthy pace. I can't say much right now because it's still just the beginning. Now let's come to the big question. What is the future of this channel regarding live streaming and other content? To be more specific, for the time being, you already know that I lack the equipment for streaming and I will broaden the scope of the content to the other racing titles like Forza and Assetto Corsa as well. But you all need to hear this. To be honest, I think live stream may or may not happen. Right now, I don't have any conclusive answer to it. One bad habit of mine that I have discussed previously is overthinking when I can't get to resolve anything. Since I'm an introvert to a scare extent who spend days within my space, I feel like live streaming is a breach in my personal space. So yeah, I overthink a lot about it, which I know is a pretty dumb thing to do. But I'm not giving a straight no to live streaming. It is still up in the air. While streaming may or may not happen, I want to address the bigger issues in my life first, aside from just equipment. When I manage to resolve those, I will let you guys know if I'm streaming. But if I don't feel comfortable doing it, then it simply won't happen. After all, not all great YouTubers are streamers. Now, how did I manage to grow the channel so fast? Honestly, I don't have a definitive answer. But I will share some key fundamentals that I had in my mind while making videos. First off, when doing YouTube, you need to address the supply and demand in your niche. If your niche is too saturated, you have to pick a sub-niche. In my case, the asphalt niche had a lot of established creators, but I focused on the sub-niche of free-to-play players, an audience that wasn't being fully addressed. And thanks to the creators who only has music in their videos, who chose not to speak for anything, no matter how big they are. It gave me a small edge because I spoke out and connected with the viewer. One key lesson I learned from Marcus Jones is that the best way to grow on YouTube is simply to be on YouTube. What does that mean? It means consistently experimenting and refining your content. As you try new ideas, you will find what resonates with your audience and then you can double down on that. For example, when I started, making car reviews was not part of my plan. I used to think Fuel Films had that covered. But as you guys started liking my videos, requests started coming in for car reviews and that's how that part of the channel began. Since returning to YouTube in April 2024, one thing has always been part of my plan, not wasting the time of my viewer. I learned that from vidIQ. If you click on my video with the Bugatti Mistral thumbnail, I am delivering information on the Mistral right away. There is no long brandy intro or a drawn out explanation about who I am. I start the video by delivering exactly what the title and the thumbnail promise. I know that if I spend even 30 seconds talking about myself, I then have the potential to lose you as a viewer. To keep my content precise, I even use ChatGPT to help cut down my scripts. I will write a long script myself, then run it through AI to trim unnecessary parts. Sure, AI makes differences as to what I prefer, but I will go back, refine it, and usually cut out 500 to 700 words of fluff, making the video much more direct and engaging. Like the recent Bailey video, I cut around 400 words from the script of that video while refining it. Another valuable lesson I learned from vidIQ is that subscribers are fickle. They come and go and that's okay. Unlike the song that came today that got me to 1K, thanks to all of you. With over 500 hours of content being uploaded to YouTube every single minute, viewers have endless options. They might watch 50 videos in one day and not subscribe to a single channel. Knowing that, I stopped asking for subscriptions outright. Even without asking, the subscribers were still coming. Instead of wasting your time saying, hey guys, Asphalt1327 here, please subscribe and follow me on Instagram, I skip the fluff, I start delivering content immediately. Because you click to see something valuable. If I don't provide you value right away, why should you subscribe? My purpose was to win you as a viewer who ends up watching 10 of my videos, not to win you as a subscriber who just subscribe and don't bother to watch a single video. Alongside of that, my goal was to retain your attention throughout the video and then guide you to watch another video of mine with an end screen. How effective has this been? Well, my analytics, even after 6 days of not uploading a single video, shows a steady live view count of 1000 views in the last 48 hours. It's not huge, but it is definitely better than having a dead streak. Finally, I often call my content trash. You might wonder why I do that. It's because if I ever consider my videos to be good enough, I might lose the drive to improve. You don't know something is bad until you realize that it can be done better. While ignorance can be a bliss, staying ignorant is dangerous. So I hope you found value in this video, and if you want to watch more, I will let YouTube decide what's best for you in this video right here.